Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Now we can start the quick revision related to penalties chapter. As of now, if you have not started anything related to penalties chapter, also no problem. With this revision, I think 25 to 30 minutes revision session related to penalties chapter, directly you can write questions in your exam, either descriptive or MCQ also, no problem. Even though if you are listening first time also or without any previous revisions also, directly you can watch this video and you can write in your exam. First penalties section, I want to start with the 270A. Sir, in case if you are done any under reporting of income, example, sir, you declared income in your return of income 50 lakh. AO, after completion of assessment, he identified that your income is 150 lakh. So now this is only example of under reporting. Yes. Sir, under reporting can be done in two ways, sir, by default. So normally by default under reporting can do. Yes, second one, intentionally by using the fraudulent activities, if you are doing that, that is called as misreporting. That is called as misreporting. Now, what is the penalty, sir? Sir, if that is by default, 50% of tax on under reporting income. Example, here under reporting income is 100 lakh. On this, please calculate tax. Yes, on this under reporting income, please calculate tax. On this tax, yes, what is that? Percentage we have to apply as a penalty 50%. If that is misreporting, you have to apply 200% of tax on under reporting income. Are you clear up to now? Remember, here very important thing, this tax always includes surcharge and cess. So here tax calculation means including surcharge, including cess, we have to calculate tax on that 50% or 200% we have to apply. Sir, how we know about the misreporting? Yes, I will give you. Yes, in the following 6 cases, if under reporting is done, so directly we can treat that as an what misreporting only. Yes, if you are doing any suppression of fact or misrepresentation of facts, yes, fails to record investments in the books of accounts. That means investment related incomes I don't want to include in my returns. So that's why I'm not at all recorded investments. Claim of expenditure, salary expenditure, all the things I'm claiming in my return, but not substantiated by any evidence. Recording of false entries. Fails to record the any receipt in the books. Next, fails to report international transactions or specified domestic transaction. In these 6 cases, if any under reporting is done, yes, that is directly we can treat it as an misreporting only. Not default, it is an intentionally by using the fraud you are doing misreporting. Yes, on that under reporting income, whatever the tax we are calculated, including surcharge and cess, on that we have to apply 200% as a penalty. Now, yes, you can refer this remaining part, but directly I want to do the 2 problems regarding these questions regarding this concept 270A. Remember, this section is very important. They are asking compute penalty under section 270A. Yes, in the hands of X Limited. Yes, they are given the total income and the tax on total income also they are given, and book profit and tax on book profit also given. Why? For company, I think you know, normal provisions related tax liability, MAT, whichever is higher, we are required to pay. So that's why they are given. This is you are declared in your return of income. After computation of AO, after completion of an assessment, AO declared these things. Now, yes, related theory I given clearly here. Yes, in the page number 337 I given, but in last minute I don't want to refer theory. Directly we can attack the problem, but not in the regular classes now only. Yes. Computation of penalty related, first I want to tell you, under reporting income, how we can calculate. As per that return of income, as per our return of income, yes, total income we declared 80 lakh. But A was saying how much ma? 1 crore 20 lakh. So I written these things. Next one, book profit related. In return of income, I declared 2 lakh. A was saying, sorry, 2 crore. And A was saying 2 crore 10 lakh. Now, so difference between these two is 40 lakh. With respect to the total income as per normal provision, how much under reporting is done by you? 40 lakh. What is that under reporting done by you with respect to these things, ma? Yes. How much, ma? 10 lakh. Altogether, this is only under reporting income. Can you tell me how to calculate tax on under reporting income? They are clearly given. They are clearly given. So what is the tax on 1 crore 20 lakh ma? 40 lakh 6,080. Next, what is the tax on 80 lakh ma? 24 lakh 96,000. Next, tax on 2 crores 10 lakh also they are given. Tax on 2 crores also they are given. Just arrange that all the things and please find out the difference between these two and these two. Yes, ma? Yes, I will calculate here. Yes, 40 lakh 6,080 minus 24 lakh 96,000. So it is in 15 lakh 10,080. Next, difference between next two. That means yes, book profit related AO computation and your tax computation amount. 35 lakh 5,320 minus 33 lakh 38,400. Here 1 lakh 66,920. Yes, please add these two things, then you will get the tax on under reporting income also. 15 lakh 10,080 rupees plus 1 lakh 66,920, you will get 16 lakh 77,000. Now, if that is an misreporting, you have to apply 200%. If that is an under-reporting by default, yes, you have to apply 50%. So this is some we can expect for 7 marks also. Don't ignore this. Similar problem, we have question number 2. You can check it out, that question number 2. This is a model you have to remember. It is a study material and past examination question. Now straight away we can discuss the few more provisions. Just sir, already under reporting related we have to impose the penalty under section. What is the section 270A? But is there any immunity or relaxation we can get? Yes, you can get the relaxation, ma. SSC can get the relaxation from 270A penalty. Yes, how we can get the relaxation? Yes, if you are filing an application to AO for granting that immunity of penalty and the prosecution, if you paid that all the taxes along with the interest within the time of demand notice, and if you are not going for an appeal, that means whatever the relaxation they are granted, that is okay, we are not going for an appeal. Now, remember in this case, yes, you can get the immunity. That is under section 270AA, they are given immunity from the under reporting or misreporting related penalties. Now, remaining penalties, just refer and remember. Yes, 221 subsection 1. If you are not paid the tax, if you are failure to pay the tax, TDS, TCS and demand, etc. within 30 days of demand notice. So after completion of an assessment, definitely AO will issue the demand notice. If you are not paid within 30 days of the issuance of demand notice, you have to pay the total amount as a penalty. Suppose they are issuing the 5 lakh demand notice, that entire 5 lakh you have to pay as penalty. They will collect a tax. First of all, this 5 lakh tax they will collect, plus interest they will collect, Penalty how much ma? 5 lakh. Penalty how much ma? 5 lakh. Now, sir, if failure to keep maintenance of books of account under section 44A. So now you have to pay the penalty 25,000. 221 subsection 1 over 271A also over. If you are failure to maintain the books of accounts, yes, you have to pay the penalty under section 271A 25,000. Now 271A, yes, related section I want to cover, that is 271B. Failure to get the books of accounts audited under section 44B. 271A, books of accounts related. 271B, yes, tax audit related. Here simple 0.5% of turnover or gross receipt, but maximum 1,50,000. Remember, if you are not maintain the books of accounts, yes, 271A already imposed. Sir, if no books of account, no tax audit also, na? Yes, 44AB. Now, you can't levy the 271B here. Already levied. Remember, if the books of accounts are not maintained, already we imposed the penalty under section 271A. Now, 271B cannot be imposed. Now, I will tell you one more consequence, ma. Books of accounts maintained. Yes. Okay, no penalty. But tax audit not conducted. Then what is the penalty we have to impose, ma? 271B we have to impose. What is the 271B amount, ma? 0.5% of turnover as well as maximum 1,50,000. Next. So very, very important, ma. In transfer pricing chapter, we repeatedly discussed this in MCQ, but now we can cover in penalties chapter also. Remember, if you are not maintain the 92D records, if you are failed to report any international transactions, or if you are maintained any incorrect information also, yes. So if you are not maintain the records under section 92D properly, yes, you have to pay the penalty under section 271AA, that is 2% of that value of such a transaction. Now 271AA over, now directly, yes, 271AA related only 271BA, ma. Now I will tell you, failures to furnish the CA report in transfer pricing chapter, penalty will be 1 lakh. This is also in transfer pricing chapter we discussed. But remember, 271AA, 271BA. Now, very important. Already we discussed in yesterday's MCQ session also. Yes, example, A Limited, B Limited is there. Both the companies are colluding. Yes, they are purchasing, without purchasing, yes, they are purchasing 100 crores goods. It isn't fictitious. Because of this, A Limited can reduce their total income. So that is nothing but they are making a false entry or omission of any entry in order to reduce their total income or in order to avoid that what ma tax. Now, what is that amount of an transaction, ma? False entry or omit entry related aggregate. One thing now, okay, okay, multiple transactions now we have to aggregate. So remember, this penalty is leviable on who is making a false entry, A Limited, and other person. So who is making a false entry here? A Limited. They are required to pay the penalty under section 271 AAD, but other person also required to pay. B Limited also needs to pay the penalty amount equal to that transaction amount, that is a 100 crore penalty. 271 AAD. Next, ma, these three are similar one. So 269 SS in liabilities in special cases we have 269 ST, 269 T. Sir, example I will tell you. If you are taking any loan from any other person, that loan amount you have to take in an electronic modes. If you are receiving any amount also, you have to follow electronic modes only. So here you are taking the loan now. That amount while you are repaying also, you have to follow that electronic modes only. If you are not complied, then you have to pay the 100 percentage of that amount, or 100 percentage of that amount received, or 100 percentage of that amount so repaid as penalty. 271D, 271DA, 271E. Clear? Now, 271FA, if you are already followed that revision session, you know these things in advanced tax and interest chapter. Now I will tell you again. Sir, statement of financial transactions, if you are not furnished, sir, banks, NBFCs and stock exchanges, etc., everything needs to submit the statement of financial transactions with the income tax department next month, next financial year 31st. So suppose previous year 24-25 transactions related, they have to submit 31st 5 2025. If delayed every day, yes, how much amount of penalty? 500. Sir, that means after this date, definitely they will send the notice. So if they are given the notice period 30 days, within these 30 days, every day 500. After that expiry of 30 days, every day how much, ma? 1000. 271 FA, remember. Statement of financial transactions related. Now, next, ma. So 285 statement. In non-resident chapter, we have this. Yes, 285. Normally, we can say country by country reporting. So, if any international group is there, nothing but on behalf of that international group, alternative reporting authorities needs to submit the statements if failure to file. So, amendment, that's why remember 271 GC newly introduced. So, what is that, ma? 1000 per day for the period of default. Yes, if the period of default is not exceeding the 3 months. So definitely due date is there. So next, after that, within 3 months default, every day 1000 only. After, in any other case, 1 lakh. So normally that means totally if that is an exceeded, directly we can apply. So remember, in case of the default is nothing but does not exceed 3 months. Okay, 5 days default, ma. So normally not exceeding 3 months. That's why 5 days into how much, ma? 1000. In other case, directly we can impose 1 lakh penalty. Next, sir, already we discussed. If any incorrect reports are given by the CA, merchant banker or registered valuer, for every report, so not for total, sir, every report under section 271J, 10,000 penalty. Next, 272A subsection 1, if any questions are asked by the income tax authority, yes, so nothing but they are asking the special audit related questions. Yes, ma, nothing but they are asking the 131 notice related, 142, 143 2. Yes, they are asking the sign. If you are fails to do every default, how much amount, ma? 10,000. Every default, how much amount, ma? 10,000. Next, if you are failure to quote the PAN number, or if you are failure to apply the PAN number, yes, in each and every default, nothing but I have to quote the PAN number in many cases. In every case, if you are not quoted, every default 10,000. So these are the penalties. Enough, right? Yes, enough. Yes, quickly I will revise within 2 minutes. Speed, just remember. Sir, if you are not paid any tax liabilities along with the demand notice within 30 days, you have to pay the maximum amount, yes, pending amount you have to require to pay as penalty. If you are not maintained the books, 271A penalty 25,000. If you are not maintain the records under section 92D, or if you are not reporting the international or specified domestic transaction, 271AA, 2% of value of such a transaction. Next one, 271 AAD, if any person doing the false entry, that person or other person, totally they have to make that, yes, the transaction amount as a penalty. Both the parties required to pay this penalty. Next, if you are not doing the tax audit properly, yes, 0.5% of turnover, 1,50,000, whichever is lower. If you are failure to furnish the report of CA in case of international transaction, 271 BA applied, that is in 1 lakh. 269 SS non-compliance, 269 ST non-compliance, 269 T non-compliance related, 271D, 271DA, 271E, 100% of that amount as a penalty. 271 FA, if you are fails to submit the statement of financial transaction within this date, yes, everyday default continues 500. Yes, that means within 30 days, 40 days, they can ask the furnish the statement of financial transaction up to that 500. After that, every day 1000 rupees. Next, 271 GC, if you are not submitted the statement under section 285, yes, if the period of default not exceeding 3 months, every day 1000 rupees. After that, nothing but what, 1 lakh. Next, 271J, any report given by the CA, any merchant banker registered valuer, we have to pay the penalty 10,000 rupees of default. That means every report 10,000. If you are failed to answer that any questions given by the income tax authorities with respect to these notices, yes, 10,000 for each default. 272B is nothing but PAN related. If you are not submitted the PAN in required manner, definitely every default nothing but 10,000. Are you clear the penalty sections? Now we can make a move on towards the prosecution. Yes, in prosecution, just we can refer the 4 sections that enough. 276B, 276BB, and 276C, triple C, 276D. These are enough, ma? Yes. So first prosecution section 276B, ma. If you are failed to pay the deducted TDS with the government, so minimum 3 months, maximum 7 years, 7 years, that these are the rigorous imprisonment, remember, and along with the fine. Sir, already I collected the TCS, but I am failed to pay with this government 3 months to 7 years, along with the fine. These two important, 276B, 276BB. TDS deducted but not paid. TCS collected but not paid. So the same imprisonment terms, so minimum and maximum. Now, there's an amendment, important. So we have an block assessment concept. Yes, for that we have to file the return of income for the block assessment under section 158 BC. So they will ask the return in due date. So now if you are not filed the return, you have to face the prosecution 3 months to the 3 years along with the fine. I'm expecting this 276 triple C. Remember, in case willful failure to furnish your return, willful, not normal, willful, intentionally you are not filed the return of income which is required for the block assessment. So they will ask the return under section 158 BC. So within that specified time, if you filed, okay. If you not filed, 3 months to 3 years. Next, willful failure to produce that accounts under section 142(1) and 142A. 142A is special audit, 142(1) is notice, that is nothing but inquiry before assessment. They are asking the accounts and the documents, but you are intentionally not submitted. That's why up to 1 year and along with the fine you have to face. So these are the 4 sections from the prosecutions also enough, and refer that penalties again. Definitely you will get 2 MCQs from this list. Yes, within 25 minutes we completed this revision. Yes, if time permits. Yes, if time permits for you, you have to do this question. Question number 9 is a previous examination question. try to read it and answer also clearly given. Are you clear? Yes, question number 9 also I am expecting, and question number 1 also, yes, expecting only. Thank you.